Once again, young people in Boston will spend part of their school vacation week to lead a campaign for better opportunities. That means youth jobs with ties to careers, but also more reforms in criminal justice and dealing with climate change. We'd like to welcome one of the youth organizers with the I Have a Future Coalition, Sam Grady. Thank you very much for being with us, Sam.
It's really nice being here.
Sam, talk about why you got involved with this particular group.
When I first got involved, it was really a friend of a friend type of thing, but I always had that passion to always be a solution, and I felt like when I went in that environment, it really just showed in that group that their work is really important to them, and I really wanted to be a part of that. It was important to me to be bigger, to be a part of something bigger than myself.
Well, one of the things you're part of, you're at Youth Build right now, you're learning some trade skills, but you also have other things in your mind. What do you want to do eventually?
Eventually, I want to be a midwife and also a certified doula.
And what does this campaign have to do with getting to that goal? Because
I feel like children, and just youth in general, are really the future. They're what's setting the president of what's going to be next in our lives, and I want to be a part of making sure that they're okay. It starts in the womb, and it starts in the womb, especially me as a Black woman, hearing about stories of other Black women dying during childbirth. To me, that feels unacceptable, and I feel like I can do something about that, and I want to do something about that, and I will do something about that.
Well, it sounds like this is not just about youth jobs, making some money and getting off the street for a while.
Yeah.
This is about being a leader, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's about being a leader, and it's about being able to build a future for the youth of tomorrow, and the youth of today.
Because one of the things that happens every year that's part of the message in this rally is you have, I guess, mostly high school students, and they're saying, we need money for youth jobs. Now, for people who don't know the situation as well, why are these jobs so important?
Well, these jobs are so important because it gives these children, these young people, a chance to do something bigger than themselves and to be a part of the solution and not just the problem. And it also really helps them to be able to get back on their feet and also have the career skills that they might not be getting at school or even just getting through life in general. And I feel like I Have a Future brings that to the table, and it helps them, and they want to, and YouthWorks in general wants to nurture that. They want to nurture the children here, so they end up in a better spot. We just want them to be prepared. I feel like I Have a Future prepared me a lot, and I've learned a lot being there in those couple of months in general. So I personally want to be able to help share that with everybody.
Well, what is that like when you say you've been there for a couple of months? I mean, it's people your age, maybe people just a little older than your age, and you're really taking charge. Well, what does that feel like to you?
To me, personally, it feels like how it's supposed to be. I feel like it only makes sense to make the younger generation built up to be these leaders that we want to see in the world tomorrow for them. I feel like to sit down and put them in a place where they don't have a certain type of responsibility, it makes them it downplays them in the end of it, because you want us to build up and be these great leaders and do these great things, but it's just you guys aren't preparing us in that way, and we want people to be prepared in that way. And that's why I feel like I Have a Future really does, and just YouthWorks in general really does, is just prepare these kids for what's coming for them later on in the future.
This is BNN News, and we're talking with Sam Grady from the I Have a Future Coalition. Sam, there's some other things on the agenda as well. One is about limiting access to firearms. A lot of people think that's a good idea, but why does it help so much to have a lot of young people going to the State House and saying, you got to do this?
Because gun violence is affecting these young people. There have been so many young adults and people who just turned 18, just turned 20, even just turned 16 who have died through gun violence. And it's important that these young people are sharing their stories and sharing their experiences with this, because I feel like it's really going to make the impact, because it's going to see that it's not just affecting like adults, it's affecting these children too, like in these homes, in these families. Like it's not just about one person, like it's about everybody in that community.
The problem you're concerned with is one of the side effects of evictions, because with all this displacement going on, I can see why there's more concern about that. But it's not just the adults who get a record of being evicted. I guess this trickles down to their children too, right?
Yeah, it ends up trickling down to their children. So when their children are of age, it makes it harder for them to end up buying houses. And especially now in this economy, it's like the school that I go to, we build houses for youth that can't find homes. And even with that, it's just like that's sad to me, because I feel like it shouldn't just be like our job to like bring those homes in. Like it should be like the state in general to help these children out and bring these homes and like bring those homes in for them, because the homeless issue is crazy, especially for the younger generation. Like kids who are 18 to 24 are really having a hard time trying to find housing, and affordable housing at that too. And half of them can't even get it because they have an eviction notice on their records.
And of course, climate change is also part of the agenda. As always, you want to get more young people to show up for this. So if they want to go to the rally and get in contact with the organization, is there some way they can do that?
Yes, we actually have a Facebook page, I Have a Future, and it lists, like, it has the time and the date of what time the rally starts and where it's taking place.
And we should mention what time this is going to be. It's going to be the 20th, right?
Yeah, it's on the 20th, and it starts at 11 o'clock.
Thank you very much for being with us.
It was nice meeting you.
Sam Grady from I Have a Future Coalition. We'll have more news in just a moment.